Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Here I am again. Um, Today, my queens and the rest of the beautiful world, I will be talking to you about the sad divide in the Black America that we live in. Okay? Now, I told you guys before that the past could be very, very tricky. Okay? And I'm going to explain to you why I say this about Black America. Okay? And I'm going to explain to you and show you that the Jim Crow letter was real, not fake. It was real. It was actually written. And just like a lot of things that America is ashamed to share with the world, this letter was hid. It was hidden from society and especially Black America. Okay? It was hid from us. Okay? Now, I want to dedicate this podcast to Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, Bayard Rustin, John Lewis, Medgar Evers, yes, Emmett Till, um, Benny Wine, of course. I want this to be known because really, I know I'm not the only Black person with sense that feels this way. It's a lot of us that feel this way, but a lot of people don't like to speak on this, you know? But it's something that really needs to be spoke on because we do not have a Black history class. And if you're like me, you're curious how how come when we watch movies about our ancestors and our heritage that we are finding things out like bits and pieces? It's not given to us as a whole in a continuous block. You feel me? And I just wanted to dedicate this broadcast to all of them and to all of the victims of Black on Black crime. This podcast, a puppet. That's what I named it because this is a true fact. Okay? Now, listen to me, guys. I'm dedicating this also to Billie Holiday. Yes, yes. Sam Cooke as well. All the singers from back in the day, the Temptations, Dionne Warwick, everyone. Ray Charles, everyone. All of them. I have much love for my people, but there's a sadness, a dark cloud over Black people in America. And this is why. Okay? Now, let me tell you something. Our Black leaders were slain for a reason. They had power. Power. Fred Hampton, power. And they had to be eliminated because what they were saying made sense to Black people. And we were following them step by step, foot by foot. We were following them. Now, the races, white folk from that day planted men like William O'Neill right next to Fred Hampton, uh, Gene Roberts, right next to Malcolm X, just so they can learn their every move so that they can kill them Okay? And let me tell you why they killed them. They killed them because we were paying attention and they were saying all the right things. And we were following them because we believed everything that they said, because everything they said was true. So that's why they were slain and taken away from us. And the black men and women we have today that kill each other, that put each other down, that make it hard for one another to live in communities is a result of our black leaders being killed. Okay? Now, the puppet. The puppet. My father and grandfather years ago told me that the black man of society in this day and age is a puppet to racist white folks back in the day and in the here and now. They are a puppet. They do everything against other black people the way they want them to. Now, get a little closer. They said that the Jim Crow letter did not exist. I beg to differ. I believe it did. And after I tell you why I believe it did, you are going to believe it did as well. Now let me ask you a question. Have you ever went to your grandmother's house and she had a cookbook with all her recipes in it? And then when she passed away, she gave it to your mama and all the ingredients to make a pound cake or a crunchy sour cream cake was in that book. And if your mama did it right, it tastes just like grandmama's, didn't it? Even down to the dusty top biscuits. Well, Jim Crow letter stated take the light skin blacks, put them up to the front, and take the dark skinned blacks and put them in the field. Work them, work all of them the same. Take one of them and make him the head over all the blacks in the field. And take another one in the house and put him in charge of all of the inwards in the house. So that's why some people say house boop boop. Y'all know what that means, right? The N word. A lot of black people will say that, you know. He started his letter saying, my fellow slave masters, there's something I need to tell you. Don't be so brutal to your slaves. And therefore, it went on. Put the dark ones in the field, put the light ones up front and in the house, and put two in charge, one over the ones in the field and one over the ones in the house. Now, let me tell you something. You can get very comfortable doing things, right? I mean, hey, come on. We're human, right? And you can get real comfortable doing things and you think it's not going to change because this right here is forever. It'll never change. And I'm so comfortable with it. That's how the slave masters thought back in slavery days. They thought slavery was never going to end. So they made us mate and make more black people and more. And so the more blacks that they had, the more money they would make. Yes. And then came the war. And when the war came, black slaves went to fight in the war. They did. And they won. The North won. And freedom reigned all across the land, especially here in Georgia. Freedom reigned. And our ancestors were set free. But let me tell you something right quick. You know that we got set free June the 19th, and they didn't tell us until July the 4th. So, in between June 19th and July the 4th, I know a lot of our ancestors were killed for just little things. Dropping the egg, too much pep in the step, curiously looking. They were shot, killed, and hanged. And they killed as many as they could in between June 19th and July the 4th when they told the slaves that they were free. And the reason why they did that, because this world was overpopulated with black people, especially down in the South. Overpopulated. It was so many. And they feared for their life, the slave masters. They feared that once our ancestors knew that they were free, that we will kill them. Our ancestors would come in the middle of the night, is what they was thinking, and kill them. They were thinking, oh my God, I gotta walk on eggshells. Oh my God, they might catch us in the middle of the night. You know they are savage beasts. Savage beasts. Really? And you the one been raping 12-year-old little girls? Huh? And you 45 years old? And the mistress of the house, the slave master's wife, would catch her and whoop her, saying that black women were hot. We was whores. But look at the fact that your husband was a monster, raping 12-year-old, 13-year-old, 14-year-old, 15-year-old women, black slave girls. The story goes on. Now, let me tell you something. If you examine today's black people and you think about the Jim Crow letter and you think about your grandmama recipe book, doesn't that coincide to you? It does to me. Because if I follow the ingredients in my grandmother's cookbook, my food would taste exactly the way hers did. So, they followed the direction of the letter. Why do you think that black women hate each other? Turn the young black woman against the older black woman and the older black woman against the young black woman so they don't know who they are, where they come from. Turn the young black man against the older black man and the older black man against the young black man so that he never know who he are as well. Now, if you do this, my fellow slave masters, he wrote, we wouldn't have to kill them. They will kill each other. What do black people do today? Kill each other. Wow. You get an A plus for recognizing that. Young black men don't have no respect for no black woman, just some black women. But not all of us are respected. And that's what Jim wrote. They'll be disrespectful and corrupt. Let them kill each other off. Stop hanging them from a tree and letting the foul odor fly through the sky. Oh my God, I was disgusted at the sight that I saw when I came down south. Do you know that Billie Holiday wrote a song called Rotten Fruit? She was a singer. Beautiful. And they hated that song They hated it so much because she revealed what they were doing to black people in the South, even in those times. How they were still hanging black people from trees, setting their bodies on fire, putting tar on them, shooting them while they burning, cutting off genitals. Now today, if you compare that recipe of that letter to the black men of today and the black women of today, it's obvious. Clearly, you can see that the letter is true. Why do black men in the hood kill each other? Why do they disrespect black women? Hmm? Because the letter. They were taught to do this. They were taught through a letter how to get us, how to conquer over us. That's not fair. Is that fair to you that a black man will literally kill another black man? The young generation of black men? This is generation triple D. Destruction, death, destroy. Black women are very strong women. Black men are very strong. Some of us, correction, because we don't live the same. We do not find things that the other set find valuable. Like what's right is wrong to these guys, and what's wrong is right to these guys and girls. It's crazy. Statistics say that the young black man in the inner city will not make it to the age of 25, and he will die in the streets, go to prison, and die there. The young black woman will get hooked on drugs. We will die on drugs, go to prison, or be killed. Well, statistics. I beat you. And odds, I whoop you too. Yes, I did. Because I'm 50 and I've been on drugs and I'm not. That is the strength of my people inside of me. I wonder sometimes what would have happened if Martin wasn't killed, if Malcolm wasn't killed, if Megger wasn't killed. You see, they had a gift. They had a gift. And that gift was a gift of movement. They could move the crowd. People followed them all over the world. Followed. If they knew Martin was coming somewhere, they were there. If they knew Malcolm was coming, they were there. And they saw that these black men were powerful enough to change us, to make us become stronger, because there was a lot of us. And they were afraid of that. They were afraid that we will rise up and take over. Now, I've seen a lot of slave movies. And the reason why today, in this time and age, in this day, that I watch the slave movies about roots and Shaka Zulu, the underground, the great debaters, I watch all those movies to get strength, to see how my ancestors made it through that twilight zone of life. Because it feels like I'm in a twilight zone. Every day somebody is at my window. black men, young, calling me out of my name because of what I used to do. And what did Martin tell us? One day, he hoped that we would not be judged by our past of being slaves, that we would not be judged by the color of our skin, but by the character within us. Huh? Have you ever been a black woman that been on drugs for a long time, a demon substance, and then you get off of it? Huh? And then when you get off of it, your own people hating on you and want you to go back to doing it. They have switched places with those racist white people from back in the day. The ones that killed our Martin Luther King, who killed our Malcolm X, who killed our Megger. Yes, guys, y'all are puppets. And their hand is jabbed right up your butt, making you do everything they said you would do. And you do it. I was Morpheus, and I had a pill too. And I put those two pills right before you. And I say to you, look here, this green pill will reveal to you your ignorance, your blindness. It will reveal to you why you are corrupt, why you act the way you do. You will see life for what it is really is. You will see life and see that you have been tricked. Now, this red pill will keep you ignorant right where you are. You'll never grow. You're going to stay the same way for the rest of your life. You'll be a black man or a black woman who kill other black people, belittle other black people, and keep other black people down. Now, which one you want? Do you want the green one or do you want the red one? Hmm? See, I already took the green one. I was born with the green one, actually, because I was born around educated black people who taught us about slavery, who taught us about why our generation is the way it is, why there's so many liquor stores in the black community, while how drugs got into our community and guns got into our community. I know why. My grandfather said to me, when they killed Markham and when they killed Martin, it was like cutting the head off of a snake. The body dies. We're the body. We're the body. You are the body. Some black people, we don't like to fight. I don't. I don't like to argue. I don't like to bicker. I don't like to pick at people. And I do not want nobody picking at me because I am not going to feel bad that I am 13 years clean from a demon substance because you can't change. That's your business. Try it. Change is good. When I saw Malcolm X, oh my God, I watched everything about him. Oh my God. When I watched Martin Luther King documentaries, when I watched Bayard Leonard's show, his movie, oh my goodness. Harriet Tubman. When I watched all of these Black history, I gathered strength for this podcast. Shame is very, very powerful. Shame is very, very powerful. Shame will keep you in the dark and you will never speak out. And we only have one life. We don't get no more. So it's best that you express yourselves. Get it out there. My truth is my strength. Yes, I have conquered a demon substance and I am not ashamed to share it. And I am not afraid of any of you puppets because that's exactly what you are. Black people like me We are a dream come true for Dr. King. You puppets, you are a dream come true for racist white people because you kill black people. You don't lift up our black queens. You keep them down is what you thinking you doing. You not keeping me down, puppets. You puppets are not keeping me in the dark shadows. I am Denise Latrell Jenkins, the daughter of Carolyn Yvonne Jenkins, the granddaughter of Albert Edward Jenkins Sr., granddaughter of Beatrice McCrae Jenkins. Who are you? So I see. Would you rather have the red pill or the green one? If you take the green one, little innocent kids like Shakari will not die because there'll be no rivalry between black men because they will respect each other and they will respect the black woman. Why are you so hard on strong black women like me? Can you even answer that question? Can you answer that question honestly? Why you hate? Why you hating? Why are you being a hater? Why? So you'd rather see me out there on drugs or dead or in a jailhouse, in a cage, when I could be out here in the free world rescuing other black women from that demon substance, preventing other young baby girls from ever trying it, and uplifting the queens who have been in the struggle and came out with a crown. That's what I'd rather do. So what you want from me and what I want from me is not the same. This style, I love it. And I do not care if you don't. I am not you, and you are not me. And I believe in change because change is so beautiful. When I saw President Obama and all he ever talked about was change, I said, Mama, that's Martin and that's Malcolm all over again. Look what he's saying, Mama. Look at him, Mama. Mama, look at his wife, Mama. Mama, look at his kids, Mama. Look at the mother-in-law, Mama. They bracketed in the White House, Mama. My mama was born in 1957. She never thought she would live to see a black president, but she did because change is good. I have changed for the better. My sisters in the struggle who are out have changed for the better. You need to try it. Maybe you wouldn't be so ignorant. Maybe you'll keep your behind away from my kitchen window and my bathroom window and the side of my house. Maybe, just maybe, you won't follow me around lying because you're scared of me. You're scared of me. And you scared of black people like me because you don't want to change. You want to stay the same. You rather keep your people down than to lift your people up. You are a racist white person's dream come true. You are a puppet. And you have white friends that help you. I have seen them. So you know I'm telling you the truth. Hey world, I'm in Savannah, Georgia. Hey world, I used to be on drugs. Hey world, how you like me now, world? I am not afraid and I am not ashamed of my past. because it could help. And I want to learn in a Black history class. How can we get to learn other languages? Spanish, French, or Portuguese. How come we cannot learn African speech? We come from different tribes. Why can't we learn that? Has anyone ever asked? So it's all right for you not to know who you are? Your granddaddy don't own no stores in the hood. Foreigners do. So that's cool with you? It's cool with you. Uh-huh. It's cool with you, right? It's cool with you to belittle and put down a Black woman. That is ridiculous. You are a lost generation and you need help. Life is what you make it. So if you don't have a good life, that's because you're not doing nothing to change your life. If you don't have a prosperous life, it's because you're not doing anything to prosper. That is not our fault. And I am not going to be ashamed about what I used to do. So you can stay in my past and the past of other blacks like me and bump your head and fall into them pit holes and get used. Because I'm going to tell you, you're going to be just like me. You're going to get sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you're going to get sick of that woulda, coulda, shoulda song because it is the song that never ends if you keep playing it and if you keep singing it. Our black leaders were slain, and these people, you puppets, are a result of that slaying. Why do they put Martin Luther King name in neighborhoods where there's a lot of black people killing each other? High school rate dropout 100, teen pregnancy, abandoned houses, drug infested. It's like they're laughing in his face. Ha ha ha. So this what you died for. Ha ha ha. Joke's on you. Ha ha ha. Well, not no more. We need a Black history class. You think we can gather up and do that? Do you think we can do that together? Hmm? Do you think that about us? How much do you think of yourself? Do you have any self respect for yourself? From what you show me, you do not. From what you show me you do not have that. That's why you cannot give it. There's a few movies that I recommend that you puppets watch. Now, the one I really, really want you to watch first off is the first Tales in the Hood, the very first one. And I want you to pay very close attention to the last story because a black man is in a cell next to a white man with a lot of tattoos. So he says to this black guy, how many ends have you killed? And the black guy punch him in the face. He just punch him. White guy, he sits back and laugh. Let me show you something. And then he started to read off his tattoos. And he was like, this is my brotherhood of the Aryan brothers. We will reign one day and kill all the ends. But we don't save you because you kill them for us. You killed them for them. You are a puppet. If the truth is hurting you, then guess what? It must be the truth. If this message is getting you offended, then it must be true. You are no better than me, and I am no better than you. All of us had slavery in our history, which we had no control over that. But now we do. There's a new form of slavery. It's called ignorance. So you are enslaved in your mind when you think you need to kill another black man. How come we can't stand together for something, right? Huh? How come we cannot get together and protest? All of us. Because, see, some of us think that our Black Lives Matter, and some of us do not. See, that's where the divide comes in at. Yeah, the divide in Black America. Because some of you don't respect your own life, so you don't respect anybody else's who are Black life. You do not. I put my hand on the Holy Bible, and I will tell the world what you do over here on East 35th Street, East 35th Street in Savannah, Georgia, to me. And you be doing it all the time because I know what you want. You want to distract me from doing something good, from doing something to help my sisters. What is your issue? And guess what I came up with? Guess what I came up with? You see, there's a black woman that you know who do not like me. So now she has all of you to do her dirty work. Yes. Clifford, all of you to do her dirty work. Bring me that Bible right there, baby. Bring me that Bible right there. You know, a lot of people could do that thing, you know what I'm saying? But let me tell you something. You see this right here? This is my Bible. Okay? Every day, every morning, from the time I get out of my bed to the time I lay my head down, I have a group of puppets calling me out of my name because I'm strong, brilliant, smart, wise, courageous, self disciplined, determined, and I'm a black queen. And your friend, or whatever she is to you, can't stand that. You can't stand it. And you're not the only ones like that. They're all over the world. And so, all over the world, we need to come together for something good. We do. You know how you group up to go to the rent office to get each other put out? This is real stuff that you people do. Try to make somebody mad so you can videotape it and send to the probation officer or whatever, the pro officer. Someone, you got to see what I told you, see what I told you. Why are you trying to push the buttons of a person in the first place? Where is your job? Where is your house? Where does your life lie? Where? Where? It is time that we make a change. It is time that you get that green pill and you swallow that green pill. You hear me? Now, I know that this podcast may cause controversy. I don't know. I don't. But the reason why, let me tell you, the internet can be used as a weapon or it could be used as a business advertisement for people. It could be used for many things, but I chose to use the internet to educate and help my people. And my people are my biggest haters. Why? It's not all of you, just a few of you little rotten eggs, a few little puppets. Yes, just a few of you. And it's ridiculous. You need to read. You need to learn about people. What you really need to do is to learn who you really are. You feel me? Because change is good. Change is wonderful. That's all Malcolm talked about. And when I saw his movie and I saw the documentary, they had a picture of him when he was in prison, and they had a picture of him as Malcolm X, the leader. And when I saw Barack Obama, I was like, Mama, that is Malcolm X. He is the rebirth, Mama. He is back in President Barack Obama. I saw it. I knew it. Because all he ever talked about was change. Change is good. Change is wonderful. And while he was in the seat, Trayvon was killed. Yes. Huh. You know why? Uh, Because, see, people look at us like we're a joke race, because of the things we do. And now I done seen you. I have seen you with your white friends picking at me. I have seen you. And I have told people before, when I was at the brain center up here, I was there for counseling, and there was a white man in a white van with tinted windows. And in his back seat were black guys calling me out of my name, trying to distract me, knock me off course, right here in Savannah, Georgia, doing that. I was shocked, but then again, I wasn't, because I'm a bold black woman. Okay. So I walked over there. I said bold, not biggity. Bold and biggity are two different things. See, a biggity person will just want to get in your face and all that right there, you know what I'm saying? But bold people, we stand strong. We stand for what we believe in, you know? So I went up there to not all the way up to the van, but just enough where I could hear. And this white guy, oh my God, he was looking at me like, like just staring at me with those steel gray eyes. His face was so pink, because I guess it was because he was embarrassed or something, or because of he was thinking about all the things that he could do to me if he could get these idiots to try to kidnap me or something. But it's just ridiculous how you guys and that's a prime example of a racist white man's hand up your black behind, puppeteering you, riding you around. You guys are lost and turned out. You need a pill. I wish how they would have pills, how they have pills to get you guys, to do all this stuff here. I wish they had a pill that could turn your behind into a black man, to a black man working, black woman. I wish there was something that they could invent like that, and to be permanent. You know how people go to get stuff did to their bodies and it's permanent forever. You need a mind lift, not a facelift. The whole mind. You need a mind lift. You need to be educated. I got a few movies that I want you all to watch now. You puppets. All of you puppets, you male puppets and you female puppets, okay? Watch Tales from the Hood, the very first one. Watch the Bayard Rustin story, Shirley Chisholm story, the Malcolm X documentary and the movie, Martin Luther King movie and the documentary, and watch the Walk to Selma. I need you to watch that footage when little black kids was trying to go to school and on their right and on their left there were racist white people spitting in their faces, telling them N word, go home. And teachers were standing right there looking with this hateful look. That is such a Twilight Zone era in our ancestors' life. And look what you do today. How could you do this to your own people? You need to read. You need to read something, man. You need a history lesson. Somebody need to teach you something because it's ridiculous how innocent black people are dying because of a mistaken identity. A little girl, gone, never coming back again. This guy, Kenneth Johnson, Queens. I'm gonna keep my cool because I told you that when you are deemed substance free, that we have a very new mind because we have a very new attitude. So that's why I'm coming this way instead of me getting out the door and acting like a complete ass, like what they want me to do, you know? So that's why I am coming this way because I can't just tell my queens how to behave and I don't do it. I can't tell my queens to think better and I don't think better. This is how we fight on the battlefield with our mind, our education, our con. That's it. It's all about that. So, yes, I'm reaching out. Kenneth Johnson should be here. Emmett Till should have lived to be a grown man with kids, to have grandkids, great grandkids. Rosewood shouldn't have never happened. These are movies that you puppets need to watch. Mama Flora's family, all of that. Talking about our history, our heritage, the underground. These stories are not fictionary. They're real. They're real. And that joke about black people, all black people look alike, I cannot stand that joke because I have found out why we all look alike. Because there was a breeding plantation where the black female slaves was, and these women started having babies at the age of 12 and 13, and they would have baby after baby after baby after baby. It'd be like 25 to 30 babies, 19 kids, and she never got a chance to touch one. Soon as they came out of her womb, they were sold. And you guys are free. We're free. And you drop out of school. I want you to look at those documentaries about the poor little black girls that got blew up in the house up there in Alabama. You need to do that. That's what you need to do. While you running around here being ignorant as hell and doing all this dumb stuff to each other and us, okay, you need to be watching these type of movies while you sitting around plotting on the next thing you got to do to me or anyone like me. That's what you need to do. And for the woman that sent you at me, girl, you need to grow up. You need a history in Black history. You need one bad. I read statistics. Statistics say that 98% of the time Black on black crime is caused by a black woman. Watch Gangland. Yes, watch the musical Gangland. Right there where homie's sitting on the sofa and she says, "Oh, I don't care if her brother bang. My brother bang too." Message. See, because if her and that girl get into a fight, if that was a real thing, then their brother's gonna get involved, and then there'll be death and bloodshed. Message. Message. Message, baby. Those are messages in movies. If you believe that we all come from kings and queens, then why don't we act like that? Why can't all of us act that way, like royalty? Why can't you respect the black woman who has overcome a problem that took her to the lowest level in her life and she bounced back? You know what I like when I had watched the Biggie Small story? So this woman bought a demon substance when he was in the world and trying to survive. And she bought that demon substance and she was pregnant. And then as time went on and he became who he was, he saw that same lady, clean and sober, playing with her little boy. And he gave her a warm smile like, "That's good, my sister. Look at you. Look at God. You not own that thing no more. You not doing it no more. Look how you doing, girl." I don't understand you people. You're my people. But I get all my hate from you. And the only reason why your white friends are doing that is because of you. It's because of huh, because of you that all this stuff go on. You ever wondered and thought about how your hatred make people better? Like better. Haters. The more you hate on people like me, the better we get. The more we thrive to be different. So for that right there, I want to thank you very much. Because if you wasn't hating on me, I'll still be out there on that front porch on 39th Street looking like a dried up old hag. Smoking at the smoking at the smoking at the smoking, but because of you trying to make me feel bad, woo, thank you, thank you for that. Because that hate was like water, baby, to a flower. You grew me into this beautiful queen right here with that hate. Thank you for underestimating me, testing me to bring out the best in me. That's what you did. Testing my womanhood hard as you could. And in the end, guess what? I came out real good. Real good. Don't be mad at me. This is your doing. Let me tell you a true story. My kids and I was in the beautiful city of Macon, Georgia, Bibb County. Yes, yes, yes. And they went to this school called Ingram Pie. Yes. And their principal there, he was a wonderful man. He um he told me a story. When he was a little kid, he had polio. You know, one of his legs was shorter than the other, so he had to wear a special shoe to even up his height. And every day, some boys at his school would tease him every day. Tease him till he would cry. And then after a while, he got used to it. He made great grades in school. He started doing wonderful things. He graduated. He went to college and woo woo, he became the principal of Ingram High Elementary School in Bibb County, Macon, Georgia. And guess what happened? They needed a janitor. And the guy came there for his job interview. And guess what? He was one of the little. I'm about to turn you. Oh my God. I can't believe it. Okay, guys. My hashtag time is what? Up the chain. But anyway, back to the story. This cool guy that used to tease him all the time while he was in school with that shoe on came to the school to get a job as a janitor. So he recognized the guy, and the guy recognized him as well. And he says, I think I know you from somewhere. The guy did, the job guy, the guy that wanted the job. I think I know you from somewhere. He says, okay. He looked at him, he said, yes. I was the little guy, y'all used to tease all the time. And I would run home crying. He didn't say how you like me now, but that's what I was thinking. How you like me now? He gave the guy the job, but the guy never came back to get the job because he was embarrassed. He hated so much on someone until they grew up to be successful, more successful than he was. Yes. So maybe, just maybe, we need haters. Mm, But not from our own people, though. No. No, we don't. Mm-mm. Because when we were set free, our ancestors were set free, we blew up, started owning businesses, growing our own food because we were taught how to farm. Woodsmith, because if we didn't do that thing right, they would kill us. Our ancestors would get killed. So that's a skill. I thought I turned you off. Turn off. Off. No. 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 Yeah, I'm not doing that over a Monday. I can't believe it. I thought I turned that thing off. Oh, no. Having it out. Oh, oh, I would always do. You need to do that though. You're right. I know it. Just do it. We just students, students, gosh. Yeah. But that's still that still is not going to stop me from doing my message to you. It is not going to stop me because you know what? Satan's something else. You hear me? Whoa, yes, he is. But that's not stopping my message because I know that I have gotten my point across. I have gotten my point across to somebody out there in this world watching my podcast. I know I have gotten my point across. Yes, it is. Now, I wrote a poem years ago about black on black crime, and I've said it several times. But today, I feel a strong desire to recite it once again. And it goes like this. As I sit and reminisce about a long time ago when black people, our people, couldn't go to the corner store. We all stood together because we all lacked. We all had that big fat monkey on our backs. No this, no that. Step back if you were black. And then our slain leaders came and changed all that. But it seems like over time, black folks don't lost their minds and hatred slid on in and brought black on black crime. Oh, I'm ashamed to say, yes, even here today, Dr. King lost his life for us to act this way. We treat each other bad. We make each other mad. We will kill each other dead over what somebody said. How will we ever change if we remain the same? We are letting our price drop. This here, we must stop. We got to stop black on black crime. We won't be no more. Who gonna save us? You done killed a black man and a black man and a black man, black man, black man. Who gonna save us? Who gonna save your mama, your sisters, your cousins, your aunties? You know we all black, right? Okay, you know that, right? Uh, Especially to the guys that be at around my house, because these people are relentless. They just keep coming, 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 coming every day, and I know why. I know, but like I said, you, this person, you do need to grow up for real. You really do, because all that unnecessary roughness is not even required. It's not. It really isn't. But back to this message, I think that you all should understand from just the little time that I had with you. You need to understand that we need to stand together. We need to stand together for something right. Stop grouping up to do bull. Stop grouping up to hurt. You know what I mean? And like I said, the internet could be used for a lot of things. A weapon, a source of advertisement, anything. But my choice is to educate. So if that's not what you want, then move out the way. Move out the way and let the strong black people stand. And you need to move. You need to go somewhere and educate it yourself. Get educated or educate yourself because you need it. You are stuck in ridiculousness. You're stuck. And it's like you don't want to get out of that. You thrive for it. If you're not doing it, it's like you're not doing something. You feel like you're missing out on something because you're not hating today. Stop that. All of us came from slave history. All of us have equal opportunity to do great in life. Your choice and our choices, they're not the same. And we can clearly see that. My success is definitely your misery, and I know it. My success. We're getting to the point where we're tired of your fame on the news is causing all us to be blamed. It's been that way. It's been that way. You are a racist white person's dream come true because of everything that you do to destroy your own people. Everything you do to destroy us. You are a dream come true for them. We are a dream come true for Dr. King, Malcolm X, because we know that change is good. My life has changed and my life is good. I am living my best life at the age of 50. I don't worry. I'm provided for. And I know how to choose my friends. And I know when someone isn't being real with me. I've had that experience as well. Would it hurt you to watch a documentary about our history? You see, let me tell you this, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna tell you this. When you do watch the documentary and you see all of our ancestors being sprayed with water hoses and hit with them bully sticks and dogs attacking them, I want you to pay close attention to the people that's doing it because that's you. That's you now. You done switch places. You are a puppet. Straight up puppet. Right up the backside. You a puppet. You have traded places. All of them that sprayed our ancestors, hit them with clubs, that billy club stick, cracking their skull, sicking dogs on teenagers who trying to stand up for something that's right. And I want to let you also know that back in those days, black people didn't have time to hate each other because we had something to fight for equality among all of us. So what's your problem? Your problem is this. You don't have nothing to stand for. You would do anything because you don't stand for nothing, baby. So your time and your downtime is easily consumed with BS because you don't have nothing to do. You don't stand for nothing and you're not trying to make it and you hating on people who done changed their whole life because you scared. So that makes you a cop out, not us. You are the cop out. Okay? Black power, woman of the hour. I fall from the facts. That's why I speak louder than ever. Beat me never. Capinas on my breed, we are just too clever. Have a great night. I love you guys, my queens. If you tuned in, let's just know the puppets. The white people that try to keep black people down, the puppets. Yes, they out there. I really hope this got across. Next time, I'm turning off my phone. I love you all. Mm.